All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this in most of my videos lately. Dude, that is sensitive as fuck. I didn't even mean to click that. I've been saying this in most of my videos recently, but welcome to something new. We are here today with the FIAT ABARTH 500 2013. And with my pal. Introduce yourself, buddy.
Hey guys, I'm Kelton Crane. I own the ABARTH. Letting him take it for a spin and see what he thinks.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 won't you let the light shine
Oh God, it's a little rough. Where's
Yeah,
your reverse in this?
So go to third, and then go down, and then all the way to the, yeah. You should be in there.
I should be?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I got no, this car came with essentially no like reverse synchros. So like the first and reverse are the same gear, kind of. It's a weird way to put it, but you'll grind if you don't do that. Yeah, it's a titty jiggler for sure.
What have you done to this car so far?
I've done, the first thing I did was a diverter valve, which takes the stock one and puts a bigger spring so I can get more boost and less lag. I would turn it. And then I did a ram air intake so that I get a lot more air pushing to my turbo. I got, it comes stock with a straight pipe essentially, just a cat. And then I did a shifter. I did...
Show him the obnoxious ass shifter you have in this car.
my dildo. I sit and spin. But and then it's lowered on Megan coilovers all the way. Some, I think they're like... No, 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you want to put in R for race mode.
I'll put it in reverse real quick.
Yeah, I tried waving to everyone, and then they kind of just... It's like, essentially every Fiat owner is either an old woman or a gay couple, so...
Something you guys might not know about the ABARTH that I learned quite recently, actually. They make the seats higher, so you feel like you're driving a little taller of a car. You can see other drivers in the eye, so you don't feel like you're driving the Fiat. And the sound that this car makes does not sound like you would think a Fiat would sound. And I just love the valve. Oh my god, it sounds so good.
Yeah, that's with the intake and diverter valve. It really opens it up to where you hear the psh.
Dude, this is... I'm having way too much fun here.
It's definitely like just a fun car to get around as a college kid, because moving through the city, I can weave in and out.
And it's cheap.
It's cheap,
It's not
yeah.
an expensive car. For as fun as this car is,
Well,
it won't
like
break the bank.
the resale has definitely gone down on these so much. Like this car originally was 26, and I picked it up for 15. And it's only 3 years old. It's only in 2013.
That's insane.
So it's definitely like a fun car to have on, and the form, like the community is so cool.
I know one thing. The ABARTH version has 60% more horsepower than the regular.
Yeah, it's
So it's got 160 horse stock, and you have a little more in it. You just got rid of your tune though.
I had a tune. It was a plug and play kit. I took it on a dyno. It put about 180 foot-pounds of 180 horsepower to the wheels, and then around 200 foot-pounds of torque. And then that was on a stage 2 map. And then I did a high boost, and that brought me up a little bit more. But it was just, I needed the money for school, so I sold it. And then I'm waiting on a better tune to come out. That's a full yeah. It's miles per gallon.
Fun, man. Like a little Fiat. It's like, if you think about it as a car, it's like a Chihuahua. You would think when you think Fiat, you think of Chihuahua, right? A small little
Mexican dog.
But it's got some bite to it. It's got some girth. This thing is fun. I don't like the dash.
Really?
This right here.
That's kind of my favorite.
I do not like it. That is one thing I don't.
There are some things to get used to.
Oh, and apparently I can adjust this seat in about 8 different places, 8 different ways. But that one stays there.
Yeah, this one stays the same height no matter what.
That makes so much sense. But is it fun around corners? Like, are there any roads with little turns?
With these coils, like, so the stock, it had a lot of body lean when I was doing some autocrossing and stuff. So when I put the coils on, it really reduced that and kind of just gave me a lower center of gravity to work with.
I just feel like this whole thing is just a little too clustered.
Yeah.
And why is there a sport mode in this car?
So
can you tell me why they made the sport version with 60% more horsepower? It's already like a jacked up bunny on steroids, so it just wants to go. And then they also add a sport mode to it.
Well, if you have it not in sport mode, it limits your horsepower and torque and your boost. So really, you're only pushing around 12 without the sport, and then you get your full horsepower and torque out of the sport button. I don't know why they do it. They make little mods. Yeah. Dude. But I mean, you can turn it and stuff. It will.
Oh, what was that? What am I driving on? Alright, so. Dude, what is wrong with this road? Alright, so. Did I already ask you what more you want to do to this car?
No.
What more do you want to do? What do you want to add to this?
Really, I'm looking for a new tune, which is one I can download and stuff and scan to my diagnostics. And then I'm looking for bags, like a bag over coilover system, just to give me more of that low.
This car is
life.
so low as it is.
I want to be. I scrape on everything now, but I want to be sitting on the floor. And then it's gotta be a different color, probably coming in winter.
What color are you thinking?
I'm thinking like a plum, like a cherry, black cherry, or like a plum kind of purple with some pearls in it, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna dip it instead of wrapping. I'm gonna try that, see what it's like.
You're gonna dip it?
Yeah, because I got my own air compressor and stuff, so I can paint it myself.
I feel like I'm too close, but then I try to push the clutch down and it just doesn't touch.
So the clutch is set up weird, where they made it to where instead of a regular clutch engaging like this, it goes like that, like at an angle, and it grabs high.
It's weird, but I like it. This sound, like without this sound,
it would be nothing.
I don't think this car would be so much fun. It's got that deep.
Deep rumble. If you listen to like a SRT4, it almost sound like they almost sound the exact same.
And it's got back seats.
Yeah, I took them out though. Weight reduction. Race car, bro.
It had back seats.
It had back seats. If you want to fit maybe like a dwarf or two. But it's definitely roomier than you think from the outside, right?
When I think Fiat, I think I'm gonna be cramped up against the wheel. I have to be like, I'm short as it is, but I feel like I have to be like 4'11" to drive this thing. But no, this is crazy. And it's got a sunroof.
Yeah.
Dude,
So if you're like above 6 foot, you just stick your head out that if you want to drive.
No, but it's comfy. The seats are nice. The interior is nice. It's too bumpy.
Well,
Everything I understand.
Yeah.
You put it on coils, but
when you're to the point where I'm as low as I am, I don't think you're gonna get much better ride quality than this.
No, not a chance.
That's why I want bags.
Watch out, bears for the next mile. Signs you can only see in Florida, right?
That or
Cougars,
alligators.
panthers. I actually had to stop in the middle of the road, trying to leave my neighborhood, and let an alligator cross the road. No bullshit. As soon as I left my neighborhood, I had to let a deer cross. About 2 seconds later, at the other side of the road, I had to let an alligator cross over the road. And I was just amazed. It was...
The only reason to come to Florida is no emissions. That's literally the only reason you would want to live here. You need to get like the virtual reality goggles to fucking experience
what we're going through. Yeah, this is so fun though. Oh my lord. Where am I going? Hello. When it comes out hot.
Oh yeah. And the brakes are pretty good. I got Hawk pads on there from when I was still autocrossing. Oh. You gotta be careful on some of those bridges.
We're gonna chill over that one.
Just bouncing you around.
Could you take speed bumps with this?
Slowly.
Sideways?
Sideways,
What
yeah.
about train tracks? Sideways?
I kind of just
And you want
let it scrape over.
And you want it to go lower. Do you have a scrape pad on the bottom?
I'm gonna build one myself. I just got a welder, and I'm gonna try and make one. And then I got a friend who's making up some diffusers and wing extensions.
So you're gonna have like limited, one-of-a-kind stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I can't tell you the last time I had this much fun driving a car. 100%. This car is just, especially for the price, like you said, what, 15?
Yeah.
This is insane.
I mean, you can
mod
there's
it too.
there's guys selling them on forums with mods, like really good mods for 10.
That's insane. And like, yes, fix it again, Tony, Fiat,
Yeah.
all that, but
I can say I've never had anything break, and I'm low as fuck. My axles are still fine. And
I just want to say Fiat did an amazing job with this car. It's just all smiles. I haven't stopped smiling since I've been in this car. And for a fun, little, small, not too much horsepower, so you're not gonna go crazy car. This is crazy. All I would change is that, literally, and probably have a smoother ride because I can't talk and drive at the same time. But
you get used to it.
This is great.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade this for anything.
And you're just gonna keep modding it?
Oh yeah.
Which means you'll be back on the channel at some point with some more mods, and I'll get to drive it again. I'm excited already.
She'll be back in bed than ever.
Okay. Oh my god. Dude, and the best part is if you put it on coils, it's like a roller coaster wherever you go. This is insane. Okay. And it looks like you can actually fit people in the back. Like, I think you have more,
I've had about
I think you have more
6
room
people in this car
the back.
before.
You've had 6 people.
Yeah, all crammed in like clowns.
I think you can. I think you have more leg room than I do in the back, to be honest. Like 100%. So glad it's stick.
Oh, it used to be the only way that it would come, and then now they just started making it automatic.
Fiat has gained my respect. I used to look at Fiats and laugh a bit. Still do. Don't get me wrong. But this is... I'm in love with this car. I fell in love with a Fiat. It's okay.
Thank you.
Happens to the best of us. Good job with the...
Thank you. Thanks for having me on your channel, man.
No problem. I can't wait to see in the future. Oh. Dude.
Oh no, that's sad.
Did I just leave the Camaro? Bro, like...
Old ass mother.
I just left the Camaro in the Fiat. I'm so excited! Thank you for letting me drive this car. Thank you for being the first review on the channel.
Oh man, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. It's been a fun ride. It's weird, like, actually seeing what your car can do from, like,
the passenger
perspective.
Oh, I know, completely. That's really it.
Do you do the fucking vlogger thing?
If you get you guys like what you see, like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see, what you don't want to see. I have another surprise for you on the next car vlog. I am beyond excited for, and that's really it. I hope you all have a great day. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.